Welcome to the East End of London. Not very Vegas, but very real. In your face, up front, lively. There's a game going down here tonight, a very special game of poker. It's private, very private in fact. No room for muppets. It's the big boys only for cash. Lots of spondoolies. I'm talking readies. 50 grand in crisp 50s, and the winner gets it all. Here's who's in tonight. Anthony the Bookie Hardy has been giving out his opinions on the poker den players these past weeks. He's been itching to get his hands on those wads of 50s, and now he can finally put his money where his mouth is. Daniel Elizondo is a lawyer from Mexico. This internet qualifier wants to turn his pound notes into pesos. He can see a bluff from a mile off, so you better watch out when you're trying to nick his cash. Man Hussein's a bit of a face round South London. This wheeler dealer has made a nice little pole from cash games. He don't care if you don't like him, as long as you give him your money. Martin Velo is the great Dane of poker. He's played in the WPT and the EPT, and been partial to the odd 100k win. He'll be up for bringing home the bacon from the poker den. Matthew Feng Thompson is an online qualifier from California. He may only be a 21-year-old student, but he plays every day and ain't scared of mixing it with the pros. Don't be fooled by that baby face. Stuart Grant's from Beverly Hills, LA, but this is a rough old East End of London town. The postcode's not quite as flash as 90210. If you wanted Hollywood glamour, you've come to the wrong place. This is the real deal. Poker is meant to be played. Sit back and enjoy the moves, the calls, the raises and the bluffs, because this, ladies and gentlemen, is the PartyPoker.com Poker Den. Okay, let's get on with it.
Hello, I'm Grub Smith, and joining me tonight is a man you'd very much associate with this part of London. It's Michael Greco, one of the best celebrity players out there. He was in the den himself a fortnight ago. What qualities are they going to need to take it home?
Okay, well, you're going to need patience, patience and more patience. That is the most important thing about this game tonight. Positioning, obviously, the button is very important. And he who dares wins, he who dares wins. Otherwise, it will be Marlene, get your coat, we are going.
Oh.
Now, Hardy, the King 9 suited. It's playable, certainly from the small blind.
Yeah, it's a calling hand, it's not a raising hand. And then
That's just what he's done. And Martin Valo. He's been adventurous. He doesn't like to be out of the action. It's not going to cost him anything. So it's a free ride for the Dane. Seems to think it's very funny. Let's see whether he's still laughing after this flop. Well, with a 9-7, I don't think he will be.
Check, check.
Daniel could be in a little spot above her, eh?
300.
Well, he thinks it's worth £300 with the ace of hearts and the 9 of diamonds. He does have a pair of aces, but he's comprehensively outkicked at the moment by this man, Man Hussein. Now, Man Hussein tells me he doesn't worry about pot odds, he doesn't worry about what the book says, he just plays his own game. Easy enough when you've got top pair and a very good kicker like a jack. Hardy's out of it, Valo is out of it. We have two players. And here's the turn card. It's an 8.
No help for anyone?
Nope.
Check. Check.
Well, Hussein may be setting a trap here. He's not going to like the look of that king.
Oh,
Elizondo is going to be counting out the pesos first.
I think man will call this.
400.
At least a call.
Call.
Yeah, 400 wasn't enough to get him out. I mean, he's got to think that he's winning.
Well, he is indeed way in front.
To play hands, please.
You win, says the lawyer from Monterey. He's right. But Man Hussein came to this table with a reputation for being a bit of a kamikaze, a maniac player. So I was surprised to see him soft pedal that. The action is going to be on Stuart Grant.
400 to call.
4-8. Plenty of diamonds, but I don't think he's going to invest
Sure.
plenty of money. No.
You're under short field blind.
Oh.
Daniel has the 9-10 off suit.
Pass.
Nice hand with up and down straight possibilities, and he's certainly
Cool.
shifting gear a little bit. Started off one of the most cautious players. Now it seems he'll play pretty much anything.
Oof.
Well, we know Hussein's going to play that.
I think he's going to have to re-raise for this. Look, that's the ace king we call the Anna Kournikova. Looks good, but doesn't win too much. I think ace king can be overplayed quite a lot by some people.
Any raise?
Just a second.
Anthony Hardy calling with the Queen 2.
Let's go.
Check.
I don't know what sort of tennis player that would be. Probably a British one. Useless. Vallow gets a free ride with the 4 and 6 of clubs. Here comes our flop.
4 of hearts.
To 4
Two
for
of
Vallow.
hearts.
It's a queen for
Queen of
Anthony Hardy.
Check
You
on
see, that I wanted Hussein to re-raise with his ace king, and now what's happened? He's just limped in with his queen 2, and he's hit 2 pair. That's exactly what happens when you don't raise pre-flop.
Yes, Hussein has let himself get into trouble. He may decide to get aggressive now, of course, although he must figure with 4 players out there that somebody at least has hit a pair. Now, they do call him the kamikaze. I wouldn't be totally
800
surprised if he
to call.
re-raised all in and then gave somebody a very difficult decision.
Mm.
Anthony Hardy, though, with 2 pairs, queens and 2s. It's going to be very hard to get him off this flop. I mean, if you call with a queen 2 and you hit a queen 2 in the flop,
Pass.
you know the sun is shining and
800
you've been
to call.
living right.
Exactly. If you can hit those flops, it makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah.
800 to call.
Now, Hussein, being the wild man he is, you could see a re-raise here. I think he'll call this at least.
Well, he's confounding most of the predictions about him, and the one advantage he does have is that he plays quite a lot with Anthony Hardy. They're both from Kent. They're both faces in the poker scene down there.
Yep, I thought he might call, at least.
Well, what's going to get him into real trouble now is if an ace or a king comes down.
Cool.
Because if he called that, the most he reads Anthony for is a queen, and he fancies his chances of outdrawing him. Here's our turn card. 4th Street.
7 of clubs.
1,000.
That
That's
might
1,000.
save
1,000 to
Man
call.
Hussein a little bit of money.
Yeah, he's got to fold here now. He's got to think Tony's got a made hand.
Yes.
Even if he hits an ace or a king, he could still be losing, so...
Pass.
Good fold.
Good bluff, he says. Well, it most certainly was not a bluff for the big man.
You see, Grub, that all stemmed from the fact that Hussein didn't re-raise with his ace-king.
Yes, he opened the door, and Anthony squeezed his nimble frame through it.
400 to call. 2